at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the rookie from Florida State, Dalvin Cook, his first NFL carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he's got some physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
He's a guy who knows how to win games. He's a guy who doesn't make very many mistakes, takes care of the football. Teammates like playing for him and with him, and he finds a way to fashion plays downfield.
On first down, it's Smith. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Royal making the catch over the middle. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Klug able to drop him for a loss of 4. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football.
The pressure gets to him again.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Smith on first down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To the air again, Smith. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zach Brown able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On to punt, Drew Kaiser, 2nd-year man from Texas A&M. On, we think, to punt. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So maybe a brief second of indecision there. It was certainly hooking, but bottom line, he gets it through.
Perilously close to that right upright. If that field goal was 5 yards longer, I'm not sure it would have made it. But he got it through, and that's all that matters.
And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Bobby Rainey, 105 yards. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And he's able to put it through. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right near the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hunter Henry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Coons out to kick now as he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit near the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now raining. What a spin. Another spin. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Kirk Cousins leading the way offensively. On 1st and 10, Smith. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hunter Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Coons out to kick now as he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it again with Cook. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it with Sproles. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Garoppolo goes underneath for Sproles. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So,
Don't even say it, partner. Don't even say it.
the name Wrong Way Marshall comes to mind.
You said it. You said it.
This might be worse than that, though. It is. This is worse than that. And an alley to run. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Sproles. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right and complete to Galladay. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Garoppolo on first down. Looking middle. It's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know college coaches always recruit quarterbacks because they're so versatile. I'd say Terrell Pryor fits that bill. 1,000 pass yards at one point in the NFL, and then turned around and became a 1,000-yard receiver.
Second player in NFL history to do that. How about that?
Yeah, Marlon the Magician Briscoe was the first.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Time for a break. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. with 1:53 left. The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Drew Kaiser now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on him. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, end up throwing a nice pass.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Carl Klug in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Player has it complete. And he taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Holding offense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They're going to run. It's Sproles. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The give is to Bell. He spins free. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Still going. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.